Hello folks, my name is Stephanie Canada. Yes indeed, just like the country, and no, I don't live there. So today's video is going to be just a touch different. There's no sewing, there's no patterns, there's just you, me, some coffee, and some intentions. Now if this doesn't sound like your cup of tea, I completely understand if you want to click away and go watch some of those other delicious sewing and pattern videos. But if you're ready, let's grab our coffees, sit down, have a conversation. My coffee is cold. So the first thing I want to address is that this is not going to be like other goal videos that you'll see on YouTube cropping up right about now. As much as I enjoy the vanity metrics, that actually wasn't intentional, there was something in my throat. I'm not actually really going to be setting vanity goals for myself, like I want 100,000 subscribers. I mean, don't get me wrong, it would be nice, but let's be realistic here. What I am going to do is I'm going to set goals for myself and intentions for the channel so that we can all enjoy things, you guys can get value out of it, I can have a good time making it, and all around it's a win-win situation. First up is going to be to inspire you. No, I'm not talking inspiration porn, that's not what we do on this channel. What I am talking about is inspiring you to create, whether that's sewing, writing, maybe you want to start your own YouTube channel. Any way that I can help inspire you to go do things better and bigger for yourself, I would like to do that. Number 2 is to educate. There are lots of areas where you don't want me to try and teach you things. I'm looking at music, tiki, hair. But there are some things that I actually do know a little bit about that aren't stage management, promise. I don't know if any of you actually want to learn what I do on the other half of my world. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be making sure that I'm creating videos to educate you on how to use your vintage patterns, how to find vintage patterns, and how to find really good vintage while you're out in the wild. So that hopefully you can either take this and maybe you want to start a vintage pattern business, maybe you want to start a thrifting business, maybe you just really want to know what I'm looking for when I go out and thrift. So over the next year, my goal is to really make sure that I'm empowering you and educating you to make those choices for yourself. And number 3 has nothing to do with anything other than to be your weird internet friend. I see so many of the vintage folks and the educational sewing people that are poised and put together, and that's not me. Okay? I am weird. I own it, I love it, I am creative, I am messy, I am not put together even a little. Like, from here up, I'm put together. The rest of my world, not so much. When in doubt, I want this to be your crazy, kooky, weird internet home. Now, yes, there are some days where I'm going to be very educational and poised, and that's just sometimes how I come across. But I promise you, at the end of the day, I am just as weird, if not weirder, than literally everyone watching. I mean, I'm wearing black lipstick for an intentionalities video that I'm gonna rewatch at the end of next year, so yeah, it's fine. The main thing is that I want you to feel empowered to be yourself in this space. So when you're here, be yourself, be weird, come join the weird party. Come along, it's more fun this way. Because at the end of the day, my commitment is to be me. Not some personality that I put on, not someone that you can't relate to or you can relate to, but it's just a personality. I want to be me. Now, me also entails being very presentational because I have been a stage manager for the last 12 years, so there's very much a part of me that is presentational and explanatory, yes, and factual. So when you see those videos versus the weirder sewing videos, just know that yes, those both fit somehow in my brain. So next year I definitely have a list of things that I know as far as content that I want to be bringing to you. The first one is going to be sewing projects. Are we surprised? No, we're not. I know they don't do quite as well on my channel. I don't really care. I enjoy that it drives me to finish the project, so just enjoy, because if I wasn't recording this, I don't actually think I would finish any of these, let's be very, very real. I just wouldn't. The other thing you'll be seeing from me is actually some historical profiles. We're talking about people that were influential in pattern shenanigans, and also I have a little inkling about trying to figure out some more things about pattern companies. So that is hopefully coming soon. Wink, wink, when we can travel again. Wink, wink. I can't actually wink, sorry. The other thing I'm going to be bringing you is I live in the vintage pattern world. There are other pattern sellers that I love and that I have actually bought from. Yes, that's right. I don't just buy random boxes of crap off of eBay. I do actually occasionally find ones from my friends that are counted and checked and wonderful. So what I'm going to be bringing you is I'm going to be bringing you some profiles on some of my favorite sellers. Again, when it's safer to travel and I can actually go to them, show you their space, show you how they go through their process as it differs from mine. Oh, and we can't forget hauls and estate sales. Those aren't going anywhere anytime soon. I live in Florida. There are estate sales multiple times a week. So yes, those will still be staying. They aren't going anywhere. I've got to figure out how to be better about listing all the stuff that I find, but we'll get there eventually. You can also expect some myth busting about more vintage things. Like I actually have finally acquired some true vintage patterns to go with those repro patterns that I said were garbage in this video right here. And my intentionality for that is to really just kind of show you what myths we have about vintage, and let's just go ahead and break them down in tiny little pieces so that we can all understand that really vintage people, also known as people that lived back then, are just like us, just we have, you know, tiny computers that fit in our hands and tell us all the information. And of course we can't forget random crap that pops into my brain and just needs to be on the internet. Things like the To Sew Successfully videos. Yes, you can absolutely expect a couple of those coming along, as I find other random vintage texts that I do feel the need to pantomime. And of course, all the sarcasm and all the doggo, because she's cute even though she rubbed her face in mud this morning. Goober. So folks, I would cheers you with my coffee mug, but I'm currently being dogged. So I want to thank you for participating in the 2020 adventure with all of us on planet Earth. And I just want to promise that I will continue to be here along with you in 2021. So let's keep adventuring, keep going, and stay weird. Thanks so much for watching, folks. See y'all next time. Phone helps. Oh, I've been gone. Okay, hi, we started the recording, oops. I'm talking about inspiring you to sew for yourself, to... Damn it, what did I say? Random crap that comes into my brain because it has no other place better to be on than the internet. That was not a sentence. How do I want to wrap this up, Candy? Oh, she's a puppy. I'm not gonna rock you like daddies. Do you just want to cuddle? Okay, sure. Sure, we'll just cuddle like this. This is fine.